Hey everyone, welcome to my second ever Buy It Now auction. Some of you may be wondering, what is a Buy It Now auction? Well, it's the best of both worlds. I've gotten a couple notes that I've gotten for a decent price, and I'm going to put them up for auction here on my channel. Now, how do you bid? You bid simply by putting the number of the item followed by your bid. You put that down in the comments. Um, I'm going to put a minimum starting bid on each note, and this week I do have 5 notes. The increments for this week's notes will all be dollar increments. That's fine. This week they aren't really that expensive, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. But it's also considered a buy it now because not only will I put a starting bid, I will also put a final bid. So let's say you don't want to bid. Let's say you see a note that you want. The first person to put in that buy it now price will get the note and the auction will be over. Now, why would I do that, you may ask? Well, the reason for that is pretty simple. I've seen a lot of others, people do auctions, and I see what the stuff sells for. And I know it's not the responsibility of the channel to make sure they don't screw their own viewers. If a person wants to pay that much for an item, so be it. I'm not going to do that to you guys. I have an idea of what the stuff is worth, and I'm not going to ask for anything more than that, regardless of how bad 2 people want it. If you really want a note that bad, there are other ways to get it. I'm simply offering you guys a shot at some notes that isn't too difficult and hopefully are very affordable for you guys. Now, once again, you're going to put down your bid in the comments below with the number of the item. You can bid on as many items as you want. The bidding process will be open for 1 week. After that week, today's Tuesday, next Monday night at midnight, that's when it's going to end. So that way Tuesday I can start shipping stuff off. Speaking of shipping, no shipping costs. Whatever you bid is what you're going to pay. I will handle all the shipping for you guys. Think of it as a thank you for watching. One of the other things, though, is how do you pay? I will take PayPal, I will take Cash App, I will take good old-fashioned check or money order through the mail. Granted, if you do it that way, it may take a little longer to get. If you don't have Cash App, they are not a sponsor of this video, by the way. If you don't have Cash App and you would like to sign up for Cash App, send me an email at stuplubeck@msn.com. I can send you a referral, and then we both get $5 for you signing up for Cash App. So those are the ways to pay. The only other restriction is shipping will be limited to USA and Canada. I'm not going to be doing international shipping. Sorry, guys. So what do I have this week? Item number 1. Item number 1 is a red seal, $5 red seal legal tender. This one, if you look real close, is from 1928, and it's the series of 1928C. Now, it's not in the greatest of shape. I'm aware of that. But what I found interesting was what was on the back. Once again, I'm going to make sure that you see all of it here. I'll even go through it real slow on the back. I don't know if this is ink or something right there. Does have dirt, does have some hard creases. But what's really interesting is that number. And I don't know how well that number is going to come out through here. But that number was, I believe, 883 or 886 right here, this plate number. And that identifies this as a 1928C mule. Now, a mule is when they use the face plate of one note and the back plate of another. That way you have 2 things that weren't supposed to go together. So this one is a mule. Like I said, it's not perfect. Even in a 20, it'll still grade out, though, at about $30 or so. I mean, you can check all this stuff. My starting bid for auction on this note is going to be $10. So basically face value plus shipping. $10 is the minimum bid on this. And if you wanted to buy it now, you can buy it now for, we'll go $20 for the 1928C $5 legal tender mule. So once again, minimum bid's $10 and buy it now, $20. It's yours. That's number 1 on the list. To make it a mule, just so you're clear, the back plate has to be 938 or less. If it's 938 or less, it's considered a mule, and this one, like I said, is 8 right there. I'm seeing if it'll focus or not. I believe it was 883 or 886, something like that. But you can clearly see the first digit's an 8, so this is definitely a mule. That's number 1 this week. Number 2, from 1928A, I have a $1 silver certificate. This is a funny back. $1 silver certificate from 1928A. Right there, you can see 1928A. And once again, I will go over the note. Once again, it's not a crisp, uncirculated note. This is a circulated note. But for those of you who don't have a LCS nearby and just always wanted to get one of these, this is your way to do it. I give you all the info on the notes themselves. Never give you a way to get the notes. This is my way of getting the note to you. Taking a look at the back, you can see definitely hard crease. Looks like it is split just a little bit there on the bottom, just so you're aware. So once again, not perfect, but it is a 1928A funny back. Now, of course, it's called a funny back because the back looks funny to us, but it looks funny to us because it looks like Monopoly money. The thing is that this was the currency that was around when Monopoly became a game. So they quite literally looked at the back of our cash and made their money look like this. Then in 1935, I believe it was, they came out with the version that we're used to seeing now. So this is how it got the name Funny Back. You'd start with the 1935s, which were printed for 30 years, but every once in a while you would find a back that looked rather funny, and it got it from the game Monopoly. Let's see, I'll let you guys look up the price on this one. For the bids, I'm going to start the bidding at $15. But if you don't want to bid, once again, $1 increments if you do want to bid. If you don't want to bid, $25 is the buy it now. So that is number 2, the 1928A funny back. Number 3. Number 3 is also from 1928. This one is a 1928B, right there, 1928B. And you can see it does say redeemable in gold on demand. It is not a gold certificate. It is a Federal Reserve note. And it is the light green as well. So the 1928 light green $20 Federal Reserve note. Once again, not perfect. Has been handled. A little dirty. Does have a little bit of creases. So yeah, not perfect at all, but still worth money, and it's still cool to have one of those light green seals. Here's the back. There's the biggest problem there. The thing is I'm quite certain that that's pencil. Now, don't take a pencil with an eraser on the end and erase it, but if you have a gum eraser, I bet you could probably get that off. So that's just pencil mark that's on the back. It is a little bit dirty, but that is a 1928B Federal Reserve note, light green seal with the gold on-demand obligation. Now this one, $25, which is face value plus shipping. That's the starting bid on this one, $25. And if you wanted to buy it outright, $30 or $35, and you can buy it outright. So $25 on the bid, $35 on the buy it now. That is number 3, a 1928B $20 light green seal. Number 4, going a little older. This one is from 1862. I managed to pick up a couple of these, so I've got mine, and this one is extra. What is this? This is an 1862 $100 Confederate States of America note. This note is one of the top 100 notes. It's actually number 27 on the list. Now, if we look closely, you can see it does have the white steam coming up. It's not the diffused steam, it's the white steam. I believe that makes it C40 on the list. You've got the Milkmaid, of course, there. You can see the hand-numbered serial number on this particular note. What is that? 29156. 29156. Yeah, hand-numbered, hand-signed, hand-dated April 12th, 18. That's supposed to be 62. They kind of squished the 6 together there. And let's see, on the back, it doesn't have any of the interest redemption signatures on it. Now, the back does have what looks like a touch of tape right here. It looks like this might have been taped up to something at one particular point and then removed from the wall. Now, as far as this particular note, the rest of the condition is, as you can see, it's in decent shape with the exception of that top there and that top there. Let me just give it a good scan so you can see it does have a little nick right there. And as we go across the whole thing, let's see what else I see on here. Let's look in this corner here. You can see a little bit of a thing here, a little bit here, just a little bit on the edges. The biggest problems are the right here and right here. For an 1862 $100 note, these are very affordable if you can come across one. So with this one, we're looking at an auction starting price of $70, and if you want to buy it outright, $95, and you can take it home. So that one is number 4. And number 5 this week. One of my favorite notes, I really like this. This is a 1934 $10 silver certificate, but it's more than that. It is a gold seal, and I don't mean gold seal as in gold certificate. I mean this is an emergency note from World War II. This one is from North Africa. So the 1934 $10 North Africa note. Now, it does have some handling. It is a little dirty. You can see here, series of 1934 But when it comes close to the camera like that, you get the bright blue as well as the gold seal like that. I think this is just a touch of rust on the note, to be honest. It does go right through like that. It is a little dark over here. You can see it does have another touch of rust right over there. A little fold here. Little fold here. Does have a center fold. Does have a little bit of a crease here. A light crease here. You can see the corners here. So overall, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Probably in the 15, maybe 20 range. And if you've never had an opportunity to get one of these, well, here's your chance. If you don't see them too often, I wanted to make sure that you guys could have a chance at owning some of the notes that I show. This particular one, the auction is going to start at $60, but if you just wanted to buy it outright, $75 is the price. And remember, all of those numbers come with shipping included. So that is number 5 this week. If you are interested in any of those, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And once again, at Monday at midnight, that's when I will close this out so that Tuesday I can get the stuff going. Guys, thanks for watching. Good luck on the bidding, and we'll see you next week.